start today's video and tell you guys that this video does contain some mature content. I mean, I say fuck a lot of my videos, but if you are uncomfortable with the sexual talk that's about to happen, you might want to click off this video or put some headphones in. You know, whatever floats your boat. Oh my god, I'm coming!
Now if you feeling how I'm feeling, put your hands up high. If you feeling how I'm feeling, put your lighters in the sky. Now if you feeling how I'm feeling, put your hands up.
What's up, First Club? It's your boy, it's your man, it's me, XP! Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I made one of these videos. I'm just like pumping out the old series again. Now, look, like I said right before this video for real actually started, if you're uncomfortable with me talking about, you know, your favorite WWE superstars doing it, then you should click off this video. But this is the same exact series where I actually yelled out, "Oh my god, I'm coming," that you hear in my intro. Seth said, "Okay," Chris said. He started going faster, making Seth's 7-inch cock hard. Chris started stroking Seth's schlong, making him come. "Oh yeah, baby, I'm coming." And that's in all caps, so I had to yell it. Seth shouted, "Oh yeah, wait no, oh god, I'm coming inside you," Chris yelled. He slowly put out of Seth. "Wanna go again?" To let me know. I'm XP Fashion Club. Take guys to eat out of bed, respect women, and oh my god, I'm coming! Join the club. Also, a thing you need to know about my channel is when things get a little bit ridiculous in a video, this squid hat comes back. It's been a while since we've been reconnected here, but we got the. Yes, I did. So I packed it. Damn it! It's off. It's weird. See, I'm a little rusty. I put on my squid hat.
A few moments later.
Did you realize that you were a champion?
So the name of this fanfiction is called "Let Me Finish" and involves Seth Rollins and the original character, or like, what was it? Yeah, whatever the fuck. Apparently it's supposed to be me, but it's not about to be me. I'm only reading it. I'm only reading it. I'm not inserting myself. This is not me. I'm not. If you want it to be me and Seth Rollins, go ahead. That's what you do on your own time. But that's not what I'm about to do here. So we can insert somebody if you want to, but shit, it is not about to be me. But the description says, where Reader is masturbating in the shower with the shower head and Seth accidentally walks in on her. They're dating, by the way. Reader invites him to help her out and he sits behind her with the Reader in between his legs, her back to his chest, as she hands him the shower head to get her off. So, yeah, this is about to happen. It wasn't that he didn't please me, it was just that he wasn't this. I steadied myself against the, okay. Should we put somebody in the story? Because I feel kind of weird just, you know, saying I and me and, you know.
I'll read it.
Get out. Get out of the room. It wasn't that he didn't please me, it was just that he wasn't this. I steadied myself against the wall of the shower, the cascading water making the fingers slide over the tiles as I took the shower head from its cradle. My sex drive was kicked in a high gear lately, and though we just had sex that morning, I still had a pressing urge to get off again. I knew he was tired, so I figured I could just handle it on my own. So, at the beginning of the story, we could tell this person's free. They need it. They need that good. And Rollins, he just probably had like a 5-star banger of match like the night before. They already did in the morning. My man's just tired. The WWE schedule is quite grueling, so I could feel the Reader's pain. I'm not the Reader. I'm reading it, but I'm not the Reader. So let's keep that in mind. Not me. Not me. I put a leg up on the edge of the tub carefully and leaned against the wall, bringing the rushing water to my, you know, her happy button. Shut. What? Can you? Okay. Her happy button. Little. I bit back a moan at the burst of pressure there, already zeroed in on the right angle to make me come quickly. I closed my eyes and breathed in the steam wafting up around me, playing back images of what we'd done that morning in my head. His slamming into me from behind, his fingers twisted in my hair, his voice calling me a slut and a whore. I let the moan go this time, awash in pleasure, creeping towards release. So, I feel like it's about to go down already, but I shifted the shower head the slightest bit and it hit the sweet spot. Would you say the too sweet spot.
Jesus fucking Christ.
My standing legs started to shake, and I pressed into the wall harder from behind me. I heard a soft fuck. I highly doubt that's how it was said in the story, but for comedic purposes, it was a nice little fuck, you know? Like one of those, like Carl Anderson. That's how I imagine. No, Luke Gallows. That's how I imagine he'd say it. Like, fuck. My eyes flew open and I dropped the spout, my immediate instinct to cover my body with my hands. When I saw Seth leaned against the bathroom wall holding the pushed open curtain, I dropped my coverage. His eyes roamed from my face to my to the head on the floor of the tub, water pulsing everywhere. I bent to pick it up and hooked it back in while saying, "You scared the hell out of me, don't you, knock?" So Seth Rollins just walking in, she could have been taking a shit and had the shower head running. Maybe they're not that far in the relationship yet, and he wasn't ready to see that, but this dude just don't give a damn. He just walking in, bathrooms. What the fuck, Seth? What the fuck? I did. Okay, my bad, Seth. I apologize. He replied, a teasing tone to his voice, and then I came in and I peed, and you really didn't hear any of it. I turned to him, my face getting red. No, I was preoccupied. Ooh, she was flicking that bean, Seth, but with some water. She was watering her bean. Nah. Oh, I know what you were doing, he said, a smug look on his face. His hand was on his hidden beneath his basketball shorts. He was shirtless and I could see the muscles in his chest flex as his breathing picked up. Well, you interrupted it, I said, not me. Feigning in anger. You think you could help me out? It's either that or leave and let me finish. He smirked and dropped his shorts to the floor, then stepped into the shower with me. He looked behind me and said, grab it. Alright, Seth. Okay. Do you, fam? When my hand closed around the head, he puts his back to the wall and slid down into a sitting position to the tub. Sit right here, he said, patting the ceramic and between his spread legs. Patting, okay. I carefully lowered myself down and nestled into the apex of his thighs. His was hard against my back and I wiggled into it. Alright. No, not yet, he said quietly. He wrapped an arm around my stomach and pulled me tight to him, then picked my leg nearest the outside of the tub and put it over his so my foot was hanging over the edge. My legs spread wide. Lean back, he said gruffly, and I did, wet hair sticking to his chest. Without a word, he took the shower head from my hand and lowered it to my pussy. He moved it around slowly until my breath caught. There, he asked, and I breathed out a yes. His lips were against my temple, fingers digging into the soft bits of my stomach. He moved the head ever so slightly, and I moaned, what were you just thinking about just now? I chuckled and replied, this morning. What part of this morning? He moved the head closer and continued, when my tongue was in your... Wow. So Seth Rollins is playing no games right now. Like, no games. I groaned and my toes curled up. He held on to me tighter, his lips peppering kisses on my head. As he kept talking, beard scratching the skin there. Were you thinking about what a good little slut you were for me, taking my so deep? Seth. or maybe my cum in your and the way it drips down your legs when I pull my out. Your is so tight it can't handle all of it. Oh my God, Seth, fuck! This is what the person just said. He pulled the water away and the feeling lessened, my orgasm receding a bit. Fuck yourself with your fingers, he said softly, starting to sit up, and I want to see it. I sat up with him and he was leaned over my shoulder more, eyes glued to my cunt. Wow. So we just throwing that word in here. Okay. He moved the shower head away and let me slide a finger inside myself. I sighed at the feeling and started moving in and out. You could do better than that, he said firmly. I slid another in. No, baby, one more. I know that's how you like it. I know you like to be filled up. Wow. Nice dialogue, author who wrote this. I whimpered and did as he said, body flooding with desire. He moved the water back to my clit and I cried out, good girl, he said hoarsely. He bit down into my shoulder and I moaned. Body jerking, faster, he whispered, and I moved my fingers just like he asked. He drew tiny circles with the water, doing exactly as I would have. Don't stop, I choked out. Fuck, just like that, I'm gonna come. Sounds like a news anchor saying that. He moved his arm from around me and pushed on my back, so I leaned away from him. I grabbed the towel rack with my free hand to keep myself from slipping away on the slick tub bottom. I could feel something moving against my lower back, little pulses against my skin. His mouth came down on my shoulder again and he moaned. I could hear a wet smacking around and I realized he was jerking himself off behind me. Jesus Christ, I moaned. The thought of him pulling out his cock driving me close to orgasm. I hated that I couldn't see it. Shut up and come for me, he spat out. Fuck, I'm gonna shoot my load all over your back when you do, baby. Come for me like a good little whore. So this person who wrote this probably has never, you know, done it before, because I don't think anyone in the world has said that phrase like that. So, yeah. My breath was red, gulps of air coming few and far between as the intensity from the water built. I fumbled with my fingers, the pleasure distracting, but he kept me on track by saying, don't stop touching your pussy, get in there deeper, I know you can. Seth, fuck, I'm gonna come. I let out a wail and my body fell forward, legs shaking so hard that popped up one fell back to the tub. He grunted and shouted, fuck. I looked down to see him drop the shower head and his hands shaking violently as he closed it around my thigh. Ah, God, shit, he continued, his toes curling. I felt warm cum on my back, and he quieted down. The tub squeaked as he leaned back against it. I turned around and he was laying there with eyes shut, half hard cock in his hands. I reached out and rubbed my fingers through his beard, and he He sounded tired when he spoke. Give me it back, he said, reaching a hand out. I have to clean you off. I handed him the shower head and he sprayed it down my back gently. His arm came around me again and he pulled me to him. He kissed the side of my neck and my ear, saying lowly, one more time, before bringing the water back to my causing me to scream his name. And that is the end. So basically, we learned from the story is that shower sex seems intense, because I thought at one point she might fall because the towel rack was going to break. She might crack her head open. I don't know. Maybe somebody should re-edit that story where it goes horribly wrong and they both fall and injure themselves, because I would have a lot better time than Seth coming on someone's back. That wasn't me, because I'm not the reader. I read, but I'm not the reader. But that's all the time I have this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to leave a like, subscribe. If you haven't already, comment down below your thoughts on this video. I know you're really uncomfortable, and so am I. Maybe you're turned on. I'm not. But I'm XD for the XD Club. Tell you guys to eat dog bread, respect women, and join the club.